Do you know what it's like to be betrayed by someone you thought was your best friend? Well, Dupin does. Alas, he was the one who murdered me. I would say that I know what it's like, too, but Dupin never was my closest friend, nor my favorite character, so when he murdered me, it hurt physically, but emotionally, it didn't feel too bad, which angered him all the more. I will describe the murder with this passion to show how little I care. Right back at you, Dupin. I was pondering weak and weary in my study when, lo and behold, Dupin came knocking on my door. He wanted to show me a manuscript he wrote, a murder mystery, some nonsense about framing different people full of red herrings and deception. I thought it was all a little convoluted and dull. I told him as much.
What?
Dupin cried.
Why don't you like it? I thought you described me as a man with unparalleled intelligence. How could someone who thinks so highly of me think so little of my book?
My dear Dupin, I said, you must understand that there is a difference between my narration and my opinion as an author. Just because my book's narrator believes something doesn't mean that I, author Edgar Allan Poe, have the same thoughts. So, though the narrator in that book thought very highly of you, I can take or leave you. You're certainly not the cleverest of my characters. In fact, I dare say that even the person from the Telltale Heart would give you a run for your money. With that, Dupin flew into a rage. He grabbed my favorite walking stick, then slammed me on the back of the head with it. Not being so clever, after all, Dupin was at a loss as to what to do after doing me in. He panicked for a second, then remembered the trite manuscript he had with him. He thought he would try out some of the techniques for framing people that he'd described, so he dropped a feather of the raven's on my chest. He placed a dropper near my mouth, trying to implicate my lovely Annabelle Lee. The one thoughtful thing he managed to do was take the murder weapon, my walking stick, with him, then burn it while the person from the Telltale Heart slept. But clearly he was too foolish not to hide the book that gave all his plots away, and so here we are. Now I am off to the netherworld, a world without Auguste Dupin.